Okay, number 5, when you have an absolute value equal to an absolute value, you write it twice. The first time you write it positive. Let's see, what color would do blue? That's going to be x minus 2 equals 3x minus 5. And then the second time you do the exact same thing, but you do the first one positive and the next one negative. Okay, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides here, and I have negative 2 equals 2x minus 5. Add 5 to both sides, and you have 3 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 3 over 2. And there's one solution. On the negative side, we first have to distribute that negative to both terms. And so that's negative 3x plus 5. This time I'm going to add 3x to both sides because I like my variables to be positive. It doesn't matter which side you put yours on. So we have 4x minus 2 equals 5. Add 2 to both sides, and you have 4x equals 7. Divide both sides by 4, and x equals 7 over 4. So there's your second solution. The next equation is going to be an absolute value. Hold on. Okay, on number 6, an absolute value equals 7x. Absolute value is by itself, so we're going to write 3x plus 1 equals 7x, so we wrote it positive. And then we're going to write negative 3x plus 1 equals 7x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And you have 1 equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4. And x equals 1 over 4. There's one answer. We're going to distribute the negative to both terms, and you have negative 3x minus 1. Oops, let me erase that. Minus 1 equals 7x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. And you have negative 1 equals 10x. Divide both sides by 10. The 10's cancel, and x equals negative 1 over 10. And there's your second solution. Okay, number 7, the absolute value is alone, so we're going to write it twice. So we're going to write 3x plus 12 equals 2x. And then we're going to do a negative version, and that's negative 3x plus 12 equals 2x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides since I already have an x over here and it's all by itself. This cancels, and you're left with 12 equals negative x. Divide both sides by negative 1, and x equals negative 12. One solution. On the negative side, that's going to be negative 3x minus 12 equals 2x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. And you have negative 12 equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5. The 5's cancel, and you're left with x equals negative 12 over 5. There's your second answer. Okay, number 8 says a can of soda must have 35 milligrams of soda with an absolute deviation of 2.5 milligrams. Write an absolute value equation that represents the maximum and minimum acceptable amounts of sodium. All they're asking for is to write the absolute value. They're not even asking you to solve it. So the answer is absolute value of x minus 35 with a standard deviation of 2.5. And so that's going to be the absolute value of x minus the given value equals the standard deviation. And that's it.